It's Week 17 of the National Football League. And front and center is Sam Laporta. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Wizards and the Bisons, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Heward on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage, run after run, and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like that,
savor them while you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. They'll be led out by the final quarterback taken in the first round of this year's draft. A lot of experience from Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Bo Nix entered this league as a grown-up. 61 college starts will do that for you. A ton of college experience. And Bo Nix is a facilitator. When he is at his best, that ball is in and out of his hands in an absolute hurry. If he were a point guard on a basketball team, he'd want to go up and down the court and get it out of his hands as quickly as he can. He's accurate, he's tough, he's experienced, and he's poised for this challenge of the NFL.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. First carry now for Austin Eckler. Still working past the 40. And he's finally brought down up at the 48. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I'll be the one to say it, Kate. He gets up to that second level, 15, 20 yards. We're rooting for him to take it to the distance. It's hard to do. It's tough to make a gain like this happen in the NFL. But as you saw, still even tougher to take it to the house.
Completed to Collins. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 48. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Shotgun snap to Nix. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. The Bisons sending out their punter. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And they're brought out by the 16-year pro, rebounded from an injury last season, Matthew Stafford.
He gave us all the excitement we could hope for last week, but it wasn't all in a good way, at least for his team. Never knew if his throws were going to end in a touchdown or turnovers, and he had a couple of both by the end of the loss. You don't want him to lose that gunslinger mentality. You just want him to be a little more thoughtful with each and every decision.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
Malachi Corley reels it in. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll give him a first down. Swift gets it on the option. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Working from the gun, here's Stafford. Has his man, it's Corley. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. First down, here's Swift. He finds space into the red zone. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that'll be a first down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Staying grounded with Swift. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Great work by the coverage downfield. Buys him enough time to catch him outside the pocket. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Stafford from the gun. And he can escape no longer. They roam over and bring him down. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. Cam Little now to attempt this field goal. This 42 yards from the right hash. The kick by Shudak is good. And that will get them on the board.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
This return starts at the 5. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. Well, their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. They've got first down from the 31. Nicks off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll try and run this. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
On first down, here's Eckler. He'll cobble together a yard there. Tackled by big Logan Hall. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Nicks. He's on the move. He takes it himself. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. get down and don't take any extra contact.
And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Option play, here's a give to Eckler. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Running with Eckler again. And they take him down right along the 30. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Nix from the gun. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Now Nix. Getting out to his left. He's on the move. So now here's 3rd and 5. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. More of the NFL on EA Sports right after this. Time to begin the 2nd quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. They've been moving it well, but face a 3rd down here. Rolling left, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn, ready for the field goal try. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. Everly's kick is good. And we're all tied up now in the 1st half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Returning it from the 4. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Wizards and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And with just this and 1 more game to go this season, he's 2 good weeks away from leading the league in passing yards for the year. Throwing now on 1st down, Stafford. They get to him and bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Running behind center with Swift. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. 4 yards there, but still a lot of digging left to do. It's 3rd and really long. Throwing now, Stafford. And after all that, he still can't get rid of it. They get there and drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I don't know why, Kate, but when I'm thinking of this series that we all just watched, I'm just hearing the sound thud. Not a whole lot of other ways to describe the set of downs that we just watched and the results that followed. It was 3rd and extra long, and now it's 4th and forever.
4th down, and on comes the former All-Pro Jake Bailey to punt. And he drives it towards the other end of the field. He takes this a little short of midfield. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it's going to be their football coming up. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. He'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. He's got to gain a 6 there. Mike Hilton getting up there for the tackle. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. It's Nix out of the pistol. Throw complete to Eckler. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
It's sure nice to have that safety valve. Sure nice to have a running back that's not just able to tote it, Kate, but he's able to catch it. That's now multiple times they've looked his way, and multiple times he's delivered.
And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives them the first. From the red zone now. Cut by Collins on the slant. And this is down all the way to the 3. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. In this slant, it goes for big yardage.
Eckler has the touchdown. The Bisons take a 2nd quarter lead. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Point after, up and good by Fairbairn. And the Bisons break that tie and now lead by 7. Reed now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. That stop made by Derek Brown. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Now Stafford to throw. That's complete to Sam Laporta. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And they're going to have a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Back to throw. Here's Stafford. To the right and hauled in by Laporta. Catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one, and it'll give him a 1st down. Stafford. Looking slant route, complete. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Slot man motioned over. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Out of the shotgun to give to Swift. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
Going option, headed left on this first down. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. That was Geno Stone up there to make that play. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. First throw for the backup now. Able to find Corley. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Throwing is Zappe. Pressure's on him, and it gets home. He's dropped. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. Cam Little now to attempt this field goal. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. The kick by Shudak is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Calvin Austin on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Bisons and running back Austin Eckler headed back to the field. They're out and set, 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. Finds his man Rice. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Derek Forrest able to make the stop. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Nix looking to throw. It's taken in by Eckler. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. Here's Jordan Stouts coming on again to punt. And he's getting the call for the 2nd time this game. Went for 48 with his first kick, and this one looks even better. He's got it at the 24. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. The Wizards and DeAndre Swift set for their next drive. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be their football. Zappe. All the time in the world. Completes this one to Dontavion Wicks. Down the left sideline he goes. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Swift. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Again, it's going to be Swift. And he's in for the touchdown. The Wizards take a 2nd quarter lead. DeAndre Swift, the touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Little able to connect on the point after. And the Wizards push their lead to 3. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. On the return, here comes Austin. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The offense headed back to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now start the drive with Eckler. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. It's an option to the left side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 4 there. And they'll have 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Nix with it on 1st. That's caught in stride by Rice. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. Completes this one to Rice. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 35 out of that one. And it sets up 1st down.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. On the move, headed right. Now here he goes. And he'll be just inside the 10 before he goes out. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. And that's caught in the end zone for the touchdown. The Bisons get some late points and the lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bisons take a 4-point lead. Reed now to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. This return gets to the 30 before he stopped. They take over on offense now pretty late in this 1st half. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the half. That's enough time to put something together. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Zappy to the air now. Quick slant into the hands of Corley. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Second and 1. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Before the snap on 3rd and 2, they call time. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And a fair catch made here at the 17. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they're going to be backed up deep in their own territory to begin this one. There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. 1st and 10 now from the 30. A final throw before the break. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. That's the halfway point. The visiting Bisons taking a lead to the intermission. Now it's back across the Atlantic to our studios in sunny Orlando, Florida. Let's hear from Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. It was Austin Eckler who was the star of that first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. Reed now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 9. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Wizards and this running back headed back out for a new series. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. They'll run now with Swift. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Zappi setting to throw. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference, they pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. Today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks, and they've had a heyday in the backfield.
The Wizards getting all set to punt. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. This offense making its way back out now. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Escapes out to the left. He's keeping it. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Nix from the gun. Little off center, his man just couldn't adjust to it.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
And he gets him around 6 there. Marcus Epps making the play. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Shotgun snap to Nix. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll give them a first down. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun. And he sails that one over the end zone.
Whew, I think the coverage got away with one right there, Kate. There was actually space, and if that throw came out 1 second earlier, that could have been 6.
It's Nix out of the pistol. Forced out to his right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. So here's Kaimi Fairbairn, ready for the field goal try. This a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Another drive coming up for this offense. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Corley reels it in. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll give them a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
From the 42. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. 35 on the pickup. And that will set up 1st and goal.
Well, that's sure one way to take the lid off a defense. Great work to find the biggest hole in the coverage, and more importantly, go exploit it.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And it's caught. Touchdown! The Wizards can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. Malachi Corley the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Little Tex on the extra point. And the Wizards tie this game up. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. On the return, here comes Austin. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. Throwing from the gun here. Dumped off to his running back. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and they netted some positive yards. You know, ball skills, they're not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Flush down out to his left. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that'll be a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Nix. Finding Collins. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. Second down now, 7 to go. They're going to toss it to Eckler. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Third and a lone yard coming up. Handoff now to Eckler. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down. Throwing here, Nix. It's taken in by Eckler. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. On the give, here's Eckler. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that gives them the first. Eckler running dead ahead. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. It's a gain of 12 there. And they're going to have a first down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Throw complete to Eckler. And this one doesn't go far.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Here's Nix to throw. And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown. The Bisons take a lead just before the end of the third. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Bisons break that tie and now lead by 7. Reed now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this second half. Here's Zappi. He finds Laporta. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Three quarters in the books from this one. It's still just a one-score game as we resume play in the fourth. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Looking to throw, Zappi. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And it sets up second down. Able to find Corley. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Here we go, third and less than a yard. Now an inside handoff to Swift. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Here's first and 10 from the 34. Going to run again with Swift. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Staying grounded with Swift. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. This finds Cooks, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Working inside the red zone. Oh, he lost the football. Recovered by the defense.
Gosh, we have seen these quarterbacks make some incredible plays from here to reach the end zone. That was certainly not one of them. Careless with the football, left an opening for those defenders to knock it free and escape without surrendering any points.
And this is a good representation right here of what the playoffs will look like come the postseason in 2 weeks. Still a few things to finalize, though, which makes this week and those divisional games next week incredibly important. On 1st down, here's Eckler. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 28. Collins there to grab it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there, and it'll give him a 1st down. Here's Nix. He's throwing deep to the left side. Wide open, downfield. Got it! It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And they'll have first down.
You can't start a fire without a spark. Well, how about a lightning bolt? What a huge gain that totally changes the tone of the drive.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Option play. Here's a give to Eckler. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Running with Eckler again. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense. But you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Trying to run in. Eckler is in. Touchdown! The Bisons go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. It's an Austin Eckler touchdown. His 2nd rushing score this game could not have come at a better time, Brock, as it adds some valuable points to that lead.
You know, this is something I can't really define, Kate, but it's just a feel. Right? Passing touchdowns are great, but what rushing touchdowns do, especially to your defense, is they just fuel them. It empowers them to go out and play, and now they'll get to do so with a bigger lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bisons double their lead to 14. Reed now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The home teams and wide receiver Brandon Cook set to take over now. And this truly has been an excellent campaign for him, sitting among the NFL's top 5 in receiving yards. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Motion man sent left. On 1st down, here's Stafford. Throw left side, complete. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Stafford now on 1st down. Has his man, it's Corley. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chain.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Stafford from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Terrific zone coverage. Wallpaper sideline to sideline. QB's got 2 options. Wait for a hole to open or tuck it to run. He chose the former, but the pass rush showed up before any throwing lane did.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. He's going to lob on deep to the left. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Getting out to his left. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Fourth and forever coming up. Stafford gonna go on 4th. He beams one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Wizards now within one score in the fourth. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Offense not going anywhere. They want to. He's throwing for it. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another two off that lead.
You spend all week on two-point plays, trying to get to your best options, but ultimately sometimes the execution of that pass, it doesn't work.
On the return, here comes Austin. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Bisons and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They've got first down from the 31. It's Nix out of the pistol. Bails out of the pocket quick. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drive backwards. Second down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Buys time, rolling right. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Back to throw it. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, he's gonna run. He loses the football. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. Well, they're going to face 4th down now, Brock, but hey, could be a whole lot worse. Very nearly a turnover there until that sideline saved them.
Yeah, even if this drive is coming to an end, they'll get to do so now, Kate, on their own terms. Get that punter out there and hopefully give their defense, well, much better field position to defend from.
Punter on now, and he gets into this one. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. To the sideline it goes. He's got it beyond the marker. It looks like he stayed in as well. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. It's a huge pickup on the play. And it sets up 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning from London. Wizards 8 points behind. To the line we go. They're set. 1st and 10. Stafford now. Oh no, the ball is loose. Scooped up by the defense. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. A counter give to Eckler. And he gets this one to the 49 on a solid pickup. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. And they got there in time. He's taken down. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. The Bisons sending out their punter. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. The home team's ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And it just feels like he's been fighting uphill since this one kicked off today, doesn't it? The mistakes just canceling out a lot of what he's been able to do offensively on the positive end of things. This defense, man, they have seized on the mistakes and made life difficult. Here he is to throw. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Setting up to pass. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll get it up to the 44. Trying to set this up quick. He'll look to throw it. Oh no, he lost control of another one. It's picked up by the defense.
I'll tell you, Kate, by now, I think it's as much between the ears problem as it is anything technical ball security problem. After 3 fumbles in a game, he's got to get his head on right there on the sidelines before they will ever trust him to hang on the ball again.
Now outruns their offense to take over. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Bisons as we say cheerio from London.